A wry smile isn't going to get you anywhere, my dear. Your church, or at least the Unitarian Universalist Association, is guilty of falsely accusing me of the criminal act of blasphemous libel in an effort to try and intimidate me into removing blog posts that tell the truth about Unitarian Universalist ministers who've been convicted of such despicable crimes as pedophilia and rape. That is an outrageous betrayal of Unitarian Universalist principles.
What's your name?
Robin Edgar, Montreal. I have been served with a cease and desist demand letter. Just do the research. At least you asked my name.
Hey, I'm not at the convention, but what's the issue here?
The issue is the Unitarian Universalist Association of Congregations in Boston
Yeah?
hired Stikeman Elliott, Barristers and Solicitors Litigation Lawyer, Maitre Marc-Andre Coulombe, to have me served with a arrogant and aggressive cease and desist demand letter,
Yeah.
which falsely accused me of the criminal act of blasphemous libel for allegedly, and I do say allegedly, making unfounded and vicious allegations to the effect that ministers of the association engage in such despicable crimes as pedophilia and rape.
Yeah.
Now, I had in fact blogged about a few cases of rape and pedophilia committed by Unitarian Universalists.
Right.
The cases were cases where the people involved had been convicted, sent to jail, and they reported in newspapers.
Yeah.
That's hardly unfounded.
Yeah, exactly. And they accepted them back into the church and practicing?
No, I didn't say that. In fact, I think one of them died while in jail, and the other one was released and kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
But just the fact that the Unitarian Universalist Association, that is the Reverend Dr. Peter Morales' administration, would actually stoop so low as to accuse anyone of blasphemy for any reason whatsoever is insane as far as I'm concerned.
Yep.
It's immoral, it's unethical, it's borderline criminal, because when you falsely accuse someone of a crime, if you go to the police and you try to have them charged, that's public mischief. So they're one step away from public mischief. But I don't know if you know anything about Unitarian Universalist religious history, but they're famous for opposing blasphemy laws.
Yeah.
In fact, the UUA lobbies against blasphemy laws in the United States. Meanwhile, they use Canada's blasphemy law to try to hide the fact that some of their ministers, to say nothing of Sunday school teachers, are guilty of pedophilia and rape. That's pretty
So you just bring some
despicable.
attention to it there?
I want Canadian Unitarians, and in fact I want Canadians in general, to be offended and demand an explanation from the UUA. I don't know if you're in any way affiliated with you, but just as a Canadian citizen, feel free to ask them for an explanation.
Okay, well I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Getting into our awareness. I mean, a lot of this shit goes on unaccounted for, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm trying to get some accountability here.
Well, and I'm just, as I was reading that, what initially got me was our former Minister of Health. Remember that guy just got charged with child pornography?
Which one was it?
Levin.
Right, yeah.
Swept right under the carpet. He's got big connections in the media. And
exactly. Well, and in fact, the reason, you'll notice there's no media around today.
He pled guilty too, by the way. He pled guilty to the production of child pornography. Our Minister of Health.
And he's just for you chilling?
No, he's finally got it, but it wasn't in the paper for like the whole time.
Yeah, I notified the Ottawa Sun about this protest. I notified the Ottawa Citizen. But the thing is, with the Unitarians, they're very upper middle class. They have people in the media that are basically, in fact, that picket sign over there is about the fact that a Montreal Unitarian justice reporter kept the story out of the News and the Gazette.
well, I mean, hopefully someone will show up, but it was only the Sun reported on that health minister.
Right.
So hopefully
I'm going to concentrate on the Sun, because if it gets into the Sun, it can go to all kinds of other newspapers too. So I'm going to work on the Sun.
Did you contact the Citizen as well?
Yes, I did.
Thanks for sharing with us.
I appreciate your interest. You're doing what Unitarians call a free and responsible search for truth and meaning. Most of the Unitarians don't want to do this, but thank you for practicing Unitarian principles today, sir. So this guy says he was not involved with the meeting, but he apparently knew about it because he spoke about it. Got the signs a little reversed here. So this fellow engaged in a free and responsible search for truth and meaning of my picket signs, whereas most Unitarian Universalists aren't the least bit interested in knowing the truth. But I told him the truth. He didn't dispute it. In fact, he responded in a manner that suggested he believed it, which he should, because it is truthful.
It's another glorious day.
It's a glorious day to be accused of blasphemy by atheist Unitarians. I'm totally basking in that unique honor and privilege.
Glad you're enjoying it.
I'm thrilled with it, but you shouldn't be proud of the fact that your religious community tries to cover up and hide pedophilia and rape by falsely accusing people of blasphemy. That's a total betrayal of everything Unitarian Universalism supposedly stands for. It betrays the second principle. The fourth principle, it betrays Unitarian Universalism's tradition of opposing blasphemy laws. And you can thank Reverend Dr. Peter Morales, former UUA Executive Vice President Kathleen K. Montgomery, and quite a few other batshit crazy UUA leaders for doing that. And if you are a Unitarian Universalist, I suggest that if you really believe in any one of your principles, that you demand an explanation from Reverend Peter Morales as to why he has falsely accused anyone of blasphemy for any reason whatsoever, and why, after it's been proven false, he refuses to withdraw the accusation and apologize. Yes, do ask him. Send him an email and post it publicly. Thank you. So this young lady asked what it was about, and I told her, and I could be mistaken, but she sort of had this attitude which suggests to me that she might be a Unitarian Universalist minister. She may not be, but she just sort of had this swagger, as it were, which suggested a certain amount of, I don't know, condescension, arrogance. But anyway, she said that she would ask President Morales for an explanation. So we'll see if she does. But anyway, that was a worthwhile little conversation or two within the space of 8 minutes. We're going to wrap this little clip now while it's fresh, and we'll let the camera cool down and start a fresh one later.